We're trying to renovate and bring back to life this 1997 Suzuki 600S Bandit, also known as the GSF 600. Not a very popular bike in the United States. These were pretty popular in Europe, real popular in Europe, and a little bit in the Asian market, but they didn't sell a whole bunch of them here in the US. But honestly, I rode it once and it was a pretty comfortable bike to ride. And it seems like it's fairly quick for a 600. Not ninja quick, but nice and solid, and a nicely built bike that looks nice. It's got some plastic effects on it, but not the full fairings, kind of like a mid-level fairings. And right after we got it, it just stopped running. Just stopped from running totally. We checked the spark, we checked the compression, we just couldn't get it going. So we set it aside. My son bought a Ninja 600 and we set this aside, and it's been setting off and on now for probably 6-7 years. Here's his Ninja bike, which is 5 years older, but it's in really nice shape. This is a really pretty bike and it runs good. There's my ride right there, which I don't like that well. But here's the gas tank for the Bandit, and it actually tried to fire up this time. Ran for about 5 seconds with some starting fluid sprayed into the carburetors, but it wouldn't stay running. And we looked inside the gas tank and we saw some issues in the fuel tank. We got really bad gas, and we got rust. So we're going to take the tank, we're going to fill it with vinegar,
apple cider brown vinegar,
and we're going to add a few little ball bearings in there, and we're going to slosh it around for a couple hours in our spare time. Get it all cleaned up and shot peened, so to speak, inside. Flush it out real good. Spray some oil in there to coat it so it doesn't rust again before we get a chance to get gas in it. And we also found out we're going to have to replace the fuel valve. The main pickup tube, which would be right here, a long tube that would come out, is totally gone, decayed, rusted away. And the short pickup tube for the reserve part of the tank, you can see it's just crumbling away to nothing, just the latest little touch and it falls away. So instead of trying to rebuild this one, they sell replacement ones online for like under $20. We're just going to go ahead and get a replacement fuel valve for it, clean the tank out, and since they had the rust, which probably got through this, I'm guessing, we're going to actually clean the carburetors out, clean all the jets out, check the diaphragms, and see how it goes from there. Let's see how this turns out, huh? In order to check and clean each carburetor, we flipped it upside down without disconnecting the cables. That way we don't have to worry about messing with the cables and getting them adjusted again. So there's 4 screws, one on each corner. They're PH2s. There you go. And then once we get that out, we're going to remove the main jet using an 8mm ratchet handle. Then we'll visually inspect it to make sure you can see through the holes. I can't catch it on camera very well here, but the 4 holes that go crossways this way are all clear, and the 2 holes that go crossways this way are clear. And the main pilot hole through the center, there you go, I can see that one, that's clear. So these are all clear. If they weren't clear, I'll spray them down, and I'll use a welding tip cleaner tool with a fine wire and push the wire through each of the holes gently without making any filing motions to clean out the holes and make them fully accessible for the fuel to go through. There's also secondary jets in here, down that deep hole right there. You can stick a long straight blade screwdriver in there and unscrew that jet as well. There you go, you can see it down in there. Yep, there we see it. You can take that out, or again, you can use the fine wire and go down through like that and poke it out. And then there's this, I think this is the overflow hole right there. Just go through and make sure that's not clogged. These have been thoroughly cleaned already. I just took them back apart to show you again how we did it.
No, that is the overhaul, because look, that's where if you line that up.
Yep.
Looks like it. Do that.
All right, there we go.